So now we're in the second phase. Well, actually, we're really at the end of the second phase in Berlin. And we are, in the last week, running up to the premiere, which is on Friday. And we're getting to all the difficult places where you have to work through the hard, tough stuff in order to make what you want come to life. And this is where we are right now, battling the demons from within. The first part is full of experimentation, and we've had a lot of time to look at things and collect ideas and bring our ideas together, and then have our initial tryout of how to actually bring them to life on the stage and how to negotiate ideas together. Also in Cairo we had quite a lot of 2 weeks to get something together, which is quite a dynamic time and a lot of movement, a lot of speed. And here we've had a bit longer, but it's interesting through all of those experimentations and opening up the piece again, how now we've come back down to this narrowing of the piece. Now we have to put it down into practice and get on with it. And it's different because we have this whole journey behind us, and it's like a big wave of a 2-year beautiful project where we've done amazing things and traveled together and been with our children together and had many conversations. And what's quite interesting is how to kind of share all that in less than 90 minutes, you know? So it's an interesting journey because now we're at this moment where we're trying to pull that all down into something that somehow shows people and shares to people this journey that we've had together. Yeah. I think it's a very different situation. I think the scene is very different. It's much bigger in the sense that there is a lot happening throughout this period of time. I think it's a whole different production manual that you need to deliver work here and deliver work there.
There are many elements to how things are different between different countries. Some things are very spontaneous in Egypt, and some things you have to pre-plan them in a different way. I'm used to working in Cairo, it's my city, and I know its limitations already. So sometimes here I'm confronted with new limitations I was not aware they existed, while other things are super easy. So on a very technical, like logistical, executional kind of perspective, there is a different setup for each city.
You wanted to come out, like before I stabbed it and then it came out really quickly. And now we open it so that it doesn't come out really quickly, but now it stops.
We're spending sometimes 14 hours immersed in the studio, which is sometimes very nice to be able to plunge into something, and sometimes you need a call to be a little bit more efficient so that you can get things moving. So there are these factors. I don't know how people will respond to things here, but I have a feeling of what's already overdone, what's already seen before, what's new and interesting. So sometimes I look at things from that perspective, but other times I try to find a way to be as genuine as possible with Moss on what it is that we want to say and find a way to defend that, regardless of what the scene has been exposed to in my understanding or not. I think because then you also need to
I hope and I want to share something that touches someone and doesn't really matter from where we are. As a creative person, I'm trying to understand and through this process learn about strategies that keep things alive even when you have to formalize them. Also, I think it's interesting because now the stakes, I don't know why they feel higher, and maybe it's because it really is the end of this process and we actually don't know when we're going to meet after this, or we don't have a future plan set yet. So it's quite highly charged as well.
I think, like, in terms of content, we've added some things. The space is very different, and what it entails, like, it's downwards, the other way, like, was flat. Like, the architecture of the space is different. In Cairo, we started the performance actually on the street, and the audience usually wait on the street for the doors to open. So we were playing, and it was a cute surprise, and there were cars passing by. Here we're exploring if it makes sense to start it in the outside of the Uferstudios space, or if it doesn't make sense. So there are these, like, little technical things. I hope that by the end of the week, the performance would have matured a bit more than Cairo. It was the first sketch or draft, and that now would have settled into itself a bit more. And I hope to go back to Cairo with it and have a full loop somehow. There's so much potential and so much possibility and so much interest in different things. And as Moss was saying, we're trying to find a way to fit it all into one experience. And it's very difficult because our, like, exchange has started in 2019, and we've been talking a lot about very different things, and we've been wanting to explore different things, and we have very different, like, aesthetic and ideas, and I think we're both trying to visit each other's universes in terms of that, and that's making us try things that we're not used to trying, and to find a way to unify that experience has to limit it in a sense. So there was a lot of space for things to be explored further, or things to be actually minimized and gone into deeper. So I see the potential in that area very clearly. Then in terms of spatial format, we were initially thinking that this project would be cool, that it can happen in any space. So that's also another possibility for it to evolve, is that it adapts to different spaces and either expands or shrinks depending on the space and what it can offer. When you are in artistic dialogue and realize that you need to re-explain something that you take for granted within yourself and work, you kind of question it, so that's important. And then with that questioning, you see if you want to validate it and go deeper with it, or you want to allow it to transform. So it has been interesting in that sense. Yeah, and also try other things. Like, I know what I would like to do ideally, but also I like to try other things, and I like to taste other things and see what it brings. Sometimes it feels a little bit overwhelming or inefficient to try things where I want to stick into the body and go deeper with what it will offer, and not waste time on setting up stuff that might become a bit of in the way. But sometimes it's also very rewarding. So we just finished our last performance in Berlin, Uferstudio 1, and we're happy, content, and relieved satisfied, and we're sitting in our nice sand circle that poured properly today.
Yeah, we were very lucky. It was very smooth. I feel satisfied and good inside with our process, and we came to this point together, and I feel good with you, and that makes me feel very happy inside.
It's been a nice, sweet, long journey, and I feel it's a nice point to taste it. Yeah.
Let it simmer.
And share it also. We've been receiving very sweet feedback from the audiences. We've been having nice turnouts and nice questions, comments, concerns. So I think it was...
Yeah, interestingly repeated questions now.
Yeah.
The relationship.
Yeah.
Or
the ball.
Or the dangerous light.
Yeah.
Did you ever get hurt?
Yeah.
We do our hand choreography and we say, how do you say seed?
No way.
No way.
No way.
Can't synchronize them. No way. No way. No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. We could turn it into a queen. The queen's goodbye. Goodbye.